It is one of the things that comes with warmer weather, those field trips. Fontenelle Forest, of course, it's one of the area's top destinations. Students contribute to the more than 40,000 people reached by forest programming annually. The organization's executive director, Merica Whitehall, is here alongside Guild President Adrienne Petsick. And then in a second, you'll see Raptor Care Specialist Valerie Slocum. And Valerie, I want to start with you because, well, hello, you brought in the coolest prop of all. Tell us about this bird.
This is Jamaica, and Jamaica is a red-tailed hawk. And so they're the most common hawk in North America, and they're known for their bright red tail, which I'd love to show you right now because it's a little bit nervous.
And that's why you're standing off to the side, if our viewers wonder, like why the distance? Because people and activity, motion, we wanted to think about all of that with him.
Absolutely.
So when anybody comes to Fontenelle Forest, what kind of message does he help you spread?
It's a message of conservation and why these amazing birds are so important to our ecosystem and our habitat, because they are basically pest control. And so they have to take care of all the rodents and the kind of undesirable animals that people think of, like rats, mice, snakes, insects, things like that.
It's so cool to see him this close. How many chances do you have that in life? But he's majestic, he's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really nice. Okay, we'll keep looking back at Jamaica, who's now putting on a show. Adrienne, Feather Our Nest. We've talked about this event in the past. It's one of the biggest you do. What's the idea?
Yeah, it is our biggest fundraiser. The Guild Board helps coordinate and sponsor and run this terrific event. This year it's going to be Saturday, April 29th at the Omaha Design Center. 6 p.m. cocktail hour, 7:30 live auction and silent auction. We have a fantastic MC this year, Mike DiGiacomo.
I know him.
Yeah. So we're excited to welcome him, and he was so generous to donate our time.
That's awesome. Well, it's one of those events that people go and they love it. And you've gotten like accolades and awards and different things because it's not a kind of run-of-the-mill gala. People who go, they want to come back year after year. Well, make sure you get the information for the gala in case this is your first year and you heard about it before, you want to go. We'll make sure you got those details. But the money that's raised here, that's part of why it's important. She says it's their biggest, and you've got such a strong relationship between the Guild and Fontenelle Forest. How do you put those dollars to use?
Absolutely. We appreciate the Guild's work so much, and it's really important, the support that we get from this event, Feather Our Nest. It goes into funding our education programs. Every year we serve over 40,000 youth as well as adults. We have a program, Seniors Understanding Nature, and we serve 6,000 senior citizens, providing them nature education and nature experiences. It's also really important to sustaining the organization and sustaining the 2,000 acres of land that we hold for public recreation.
That's going to be a what kind of moment for people watching that don't realize you have that much land at Fontenelle Forest, and the story about how it came to be is pretty interesting too.
Absolutely. Fontenelle Forest was founded, the Fontenelle Forest Nature Association was founded in 1913, and Dr. Harold Gifford Sr. purchased the first land, 300 acres that he sold to the Nature Association in 1920. And so we started out with 300 acres just outside of the city of Omaha, and we've grown to 2,000 acres, which includes Neil Woods, which is a 600-acre parcel in North Omaha.
The Raptor Care program, how does it fit into everything you've just laid out?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have done so much, and there's so much happening at Fontenelle Forest. So in 2013, we acquired Raptor Recovery Nebraska, and so today Fontenelle Forest is the only organization that has the U.S. Fish and Wildlife permit to rescue, rehabilitate, and release raptors throughout the state of Nebraska. So we do statewide raptor conservation, which is very important.
Well, and I remember hearing, car accidents where maybe somebody would hit a bird that survived and then trying to rehabilitate them, but they couldn't. I mean, all of these things that we just think about, like who's doing that? You're doing that. And it's just
we're
sort
doing
of
that.
socially where we wonder whatever came of it. That you're the ones handling in even those situations.
Yeah, we're doing that here in the state of Nebraska with the support of 70 volunteers throughout the state. And of course, Valerie is a very important part of that. And people have the opportunity to come to Fontenelle Forest in Bellevue and visit the Raptor Woodland Refuge to learn more about that.
What are some of the other initiatives that if we're paying a visit now, especially as the weather warms up, I know you're always there, But I think for a lot of people, they're thinking, I'm going to put on my walking shoes and go out and really soak it up once the weather's nicer. What are some of the other initiatives or stops you want to make sure our viewers are aware of?
Absolutely. Well, you know, celebrating Nebraska's 150th
Are you taking part?
anniversary. Well, there's no better place in the city to go and put in your 150, you know, steps.
Yeah.
So come out to Fontenelle Forest and walk. You know, the state of Nebraska, the city of Omaha, is part of the Let's Move initiative. And so we really want to encourage people to come out to Fontenelle Forest to just have a healthy lifestyle. There's so much research that talks about the positive impacts that nature experiences have. And our physical, our emotional, our psychological health is one of those.
Well, get a pass and take the kids and the grandkids and make that the place where you're making memories, because we hear from people all the time. I remember in 4th grade, we went to Fontenelle Forest on the field trip. Well, now you're 50 and you still remember it and you still talk about it. There's a reason that those moments stick with you and that you're making it, that's what an experience is. Valerie, I noticed some wings flapping there a moment ago. He's good. He's not rest. And you were also feeding him. I don't know that our viewers saw that. Is he good to have another bite at breakfast?
He's always good to have another bite.
How much does he eat a day?
He eats about, for thinking rats, about 2 small rats a day.
2 small rats a day.
Yep,
And so you have, it looks like we can't see where your hand is coming. You don't have rats in your pocket.
No,
you
it's a
have
little
handy pouch off to the side of your jeans there.
Yes.
And so he gets pretty dang good treatment.
Absolutely.
I would say hand-fed rats.
It's the best. He's way on hand, foot. He gets the best treatment ever.
I'm wondering about your story, Adrienne, and why the Guild for you, that this was a cause that spoke. Because you lit up a little bit when I talked about those field trips.
I too remember going to the forest when I was a child, and this is my 5th year on the Guild, and I just really believe in the mission of the forest and their mission of conservation, and it's just a wonderful organization to be a part of, and I'm really proud to dedicate our time, as are all the ladies on the Guild. So we're really happy to help support the forest and raise this money for them.
Are you opening up new spots to the Guild ever? You never know who's watching.
Yes, we are.
I feel like now's the time to make a little push.
Yes, we are always welcoming of new volunteers. You can find information about joining the Guild on the Fontenelle Forest website.
Yeah, it's up right now.
Yeah.
FontenelleForest.org, that is the site. And Adrienne had mentioned earlier all of the details about Feather Our Nest. And this is something that if we've talked to Andy Hoig and the big event and all of these things, this is one of those events that is constantly in the conversation about what's happening in Omaha that's a lot of fun, where you know exactly where dollars raised go. You want to be able to measure impact, you can do it here. Saturday, April 29th at 6 o'clock at the Omaha Design Center, great new venue downtown at 15th and Cumming. Online is fontenelleforest.org. Marisa, that's also the website if our viewers want to look into memberships and the rest. They can get those details online.
Absolutely. There's always something wonderful happening at Fontenelle Forest, and we encourage everyone to go to our website and find something for themselves.
All the exhibits and initiatives, so it's the stuff that maybe you were there 9 months ago and you know what was going on. I guarantee something new is happening now, and the website gets you plugged into all of it. Valerie, thank you. Thanks a million for bringing Jamaica in. Nice to see you, and nice to have both of you here as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.